Buddy, so I can't even believe. Where'd you go, buddy?
Y'all, girl, come here. Who are you and where's your mama?
At the house.
She at the house. You need to go into the house.
I think that playground.
You know people be snatching kids.
No.
Yes, the heck they do. And you just walking up to me, girl, you scared the daylights out of me.
No, my friends.
Huh?
My friends.
Where's mommy?
In the house.
Let's go find mommy? Yeah.
My mother told me and my siblings when we were young kids, before I remember it was when my older brother started secondary school. It was a big deal, my older brother going off to the big boy school. And my mum sat us down and she said, if you're ever in trouble out there in the real world, look for a black woman.
What do you do if you get lost?
Find a big black guy.
You find a big black guy, and what do you tell him?
And that I lost.
That you're lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'd find my home.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, I come again with another interesting video. So this video trended last year, and this guy that made the first video that you watch is an Indian guy based in UK, and he said that his mom told him that if he ever gets in trouble that he should look for a black woman. And a lot of white women in America also do tell their children to look for black women if they are in trouble. And funny enough, people always say that black women are aggressive, black women are unkind, black women are not feminine, but then they tell their children to go and look for black women when they are in trouble. Like, the contrast is what I don't know, but I'll give you my full opinion after we watch a lot of people that speak on this. Let's go.
I'm sitting in this car trying to gather myself because the wildest shit just happened to me and I'm at a loss. So I was just walking. I was going for a jog at the park, and then I started just walking my last couple laps. This little boy runs up to me and he's like, I can't find my mom. I'm lost. I can't find my mom. And first, I'm throwing the fuck off because what do you mean? This little white boy, he had to be 7, 8. He's panicked, can't find my mom. Please tell me for my mom. And I'm like, okay. So we're backtracking. I'm like, who else were you here with other than your mom? What's your name? What's your mom's name? I was like, where was the last place that you saw your mom at before you got lost? He's telling me all this stuff. So we go back to that location. We're walking around, and I happened to notice there was a bathroom near that location. So I walk inside the bathroom with him. I'm like, call your mom. He's like, mom. I'm like, what is your mom's name? And he told me her name. So I'm yelling her name, and she's like, yes. She's comes out of the bathroom with the little her other kid who's younger, and she's like, what's going on? And I'm like, is this your son? And she's like, I'm like, what's his name? And she tells me, I'm like, is this your mom? And he was like, I'm like, cool. So I explained to her, your son thought that he was lost, da da da. This little boy, y'all, stops, looks at his mom, says, Mom, you were right. You told me that if I got lost to look for a black lady or a black family. You were right. Excuse me? I was like, what? He was like, my mom told me that if I was ever lost or if I was ever in trouble to look for a black lady or a family. I'm like, what? So I look at her and she was like, yes, I've told my child since he could formulate words or thoughts that if he's ever lost or in trouble to look for a black woman or a black family because he will be fine. And I'm like, that is insane. Me and this woman spent the next 20 minutes talking while her kids were playing, talking about the difference between a child asking a white person or a white family for help versus a black woman or a black family. I had never heard of this. She's like, yes, I think every white woman that I know has told their child this. She then proceeds to tell me, she's like, I don't know that black people don't harm children, but I know for a fact that white people harm kids and kidnap kids for fun. I was at a loss for words. I talk. I didn't even have the words to formulate to explain to her how shocked I was at what because I know this to be true. There's never been a time in my black ass life where I have seen a black woman and not thought that, like, in the least, she's going to look out. You know what I mean? Like, whether I know you or not, I know if some shit pop off, me and this black girl, we got each other. You know what I mean? I've never doubted that. I did not know that white people knew that. I had no idea that white people knew that black women, like, we're going to take care of. I don't give a fuck who that child belongs to. I don't care that if I've never seen a child. I don't give a fuck if that kid is Asian, white, don't care. I'm going to. I did not know that they knew this. That shit just, it broke my brain. It broke my brain. And I am so glad that I did what I was supposed to do for all of us. Hey, for all my sisters, I passed the fucking test. Because that little boy, I'm talking about, he ran up to me and held my hand. I'm lost. I can't find my mom. That white lady said, and here's the crazy part, I don't know if I told y'all this, she didn't even know that her son was lost. Like, she had gone to the bathroom. I told him I was going to the bathroom. He must have not heard her or whatever, but she was not panicked. Like, she was like, my kid was playing. First of all, why the fuck would you go to the bathroom with your one kid, leave your 7-year-old by himself at the park? Like, insane. Insane, but whatever.
I stay out of people's business, but when people bring their business to social media, it then becomes my business. There's this young man, this Indian man, who decided to get on this here app and grift to black women. And I mean, praise us. And talk about how much we are so disrespected, but yet how much we help. He got the audacity to fix his lips to say, when I was a little boy, my mother told me that if you ever need any help, or if you're ever in trouble, find a black woman. When I was going through my curl phase and growing out my hair, it was a black woman that helped me know what products to use. When I was in school, it was a black teacher that helped me out. Black women in the comments. Black women in the comments. Oh, he sees us. Oh, yes, we are the blueprint. Oh, my God. Giving this man unwarranted attention instead of dragging his ass for calling us mammies in plain sight, okay? Black women, I need for you to get more stingy with your time, energy, and your resources, because it is clear that all we are to the majority of the world is some help. A mammy. If we need something, if we blow up something, let's just go find a black woman to go fix some shit. If we decide that we have some criminality at the top of a Fortune 500 company and we got to oust the CEO, we're going to bring in an interim black woman. Like, literally at every single piece of society, black women are often having to pick up and clean up and help put some shit back together. Aren't you tired, Miss Hilly? Aren't you tired? I know I'm tired. My tank right now, empty. I'm in my soft era. I'm in my being helped era. I'm in my being loved and cared for era. It is not lost on me that some of y'all are not in that era, and it shows because we constantly have people like him on the internet praising black women, but don't care to help us, don't care to love us, because I did a little bit more scrolling and researching, and not that it matters because I have dated across the rainbow. I'm from Oklahoma. Interracial dating is routine, okay? That's nothing new. But the fact that his beloved is a white woman, I take issue with that, considering what he said in this video. You're good to, help me out, but not marry me, not date me. He never said he dated a black woman before. He never said any of that in his admiration video about black women. Dear black women, I urge you to get stingy with your time, your money, your energy, and your resources for help. Be stingy with it. I'm not saying you got to be mean, but you need to be in self-preservation mode, because all society seems to see us as the damn help. We've got to do better. We got to start teaching people how to treat us. Okay? But yeah, that's enough of my rant. I'm not, you know what? The sun is shining. The temperature is great. I'm going to enjoy the first day of October. But black women do better.
I keep seeing people talk about the white child find a black woman thing, and this is my take on it. A lot of us black women are taking it back to when we were the mammy, back to the mammy days and just keeping it there. But when I think of it past the mammy days, I also think about the fact that we are possibly the safest person that your fucking child could be with. honestly, just the black woman being who she is. And all of us collectively as black women, majority of us can say we will help any child, no matter race, age, any of that. We will help any child in need. So I honestly think it's more so of a thing, like, they know their child would not be safe with a white man. They know their child would not be safe with another white woman. And they're not very sure about a black man. They say find black men too sometimes, but they know they'll be safe with us. But let me also say this. I completely and utterly understand our frustration with that shit, because that puts us in danger. It fucks us.
I was in a grocery store today where a random white child ran up to a random black teenager. She looked to be about 15, 16 years old, but probably appeared older to him because he looked to be about 6, 7 years old. So he went up to her, grabbed her hand, and was like, "Mommy told me to find one of you. If I'm lost, can you help?" And this kid, this teenager, deer in headlights, had no idea, looking around trying to figure out what to do. And honestly, I've never trusted that situation. I've never trusted the fact that y'all tell your children to find a black woman for safety, but you tell the world black women are violent, angry, and bitter. Never really trusted that. So I stayed in the aisle, and I'm glad I did, because not even 30 seconds later, here comes his mother with security rounding the corner talking about, "Why are you touching my child?" Black women, if you find yourself in this situation, record everything immediately.
If you're ever in trouble, find a black woman. Absolutely fun. Let's talk about Shonda Rhimes, right? Shonda Rhimes, showrunner, aka creator of Scandal, of How to Get Away with Murder, of the Bridgerton crack that y'all are so fond of. Like, where would Simone Ashley be without Shonda Rhimes? Ever thought about that? That this stunning, and she is stunning, I've seen her, she's like this, but this is fucking insane. Like, her jawline, perfect. But what's crazy is I'm sitting here gagging over her, and like, the average Indian person in India probably doesn't even recognize her beauty as beauty. The average, maybe her own goddamn family probably doesn't recognize her beauty as beauty. And yet you have this black woman who has helped escalate her to this massive level of fame that I'm sure people in India who are lifted up and treasured only dream about, right? And she will eventually probably maybe want to make movies about her culture and, maybe include darker skinned Indian people and all that jazz, and like, pour back into our culture as those of us who are children of immigrants often do, right? But like, that is an anti-black culture. Like, this we know. So like, it doesn't serve us. That doesn't serve us. We often do things just like mothers do. Mothers often put themselves last and put their offspring, their progeny first, right? Yeah, I think we've done enough.
I know y'all white folks is telling your kids that if they're lost, to find a black woman to help them. I'm one of the black women to not find, and I'm giving you the heads up. Don't find me. I'm gonna be like, well, your mama should have been a better motherfucking parent, cause why your child ran away from you in the store and you ain't know? I'm not the black woman to find, unless you are another little black kid. I'm gonna help that little black kid find its family. It's 2025. I don't know if y'all seen the news and all that shit and how y'all treating black women. And you got me fucked up if you think I'm finna walk around the store with little blonde hair, blue-eyed Johnny looking for his mama. Hell nah, you wanna try to get me for kidnapping, and then I'm in motherfucking court fighting your cracker ass, and then the judge cracker ass, and then 12 other crackers sitting on the jury. No. Fuck no, fuck that child. I don't care. Y'all argue with your mammy, not me.
So I just saw a video of a black lady on here. She's like a waitress holding a white lady's baby. Being the lady is just like, thank you to this waitress. She was so helpful. I guess the baby was fussy, right? Now here go the fucking comments. Here goes some white bitch. Oh, see, this is why I always tell my kids, if you're lost, find a black woman. And a black woman replied, hey, like, we're not your servants. So tell your kids to find any woman, not specifically black women. And here go the raccoons caping for her. That's not what she meant. Everything is not based in race. Actually, yes, the fuck it is. In this great nation that we're in, yes, it is. Like, do y'all not realize that they were taught that shit to find black women when they're alone or lost or in danger as children from that mammying shit? It's like people forget about that part of history entirely. The fact that black women were caretakers for white children. So yeah, it is weird as fuck that a white woman would tell her kids, if you're lost, find a black lady. Basically saying, bitch, find your mammy. If you can't find me, find your mammy. And it's just weird to me that black people always are like, it's like, do y'all niggas forget about that when y'all hate for bitches when they start saying shit like this? Like, do y'all really not know about that?
Now, the biggest question is, if a black child gets in trouble or get lost, can that black child trust white woman to lead her to or him to his mom or her mom? Can a black child run to an Indian woman or Asian woman and be like, I'm lost, can you help me? Can they do the same thing? This is my biggest concern, right? Can our children do the same thing to you guys? Can our children come to you guys and ask for help? Because if you guys can give our children the same help that we offer to your own children, that means the feeling is mutual. But if it is like only black women thing, that means you guys are just using black women like every other person say. But guys, let's continue watching. A lot of people responded to this video.
It's hard not to get annoyed when non-black people talk about how black women will save them, but it gets even more annoying when you hear that from non-black people of color, because a couple of thoughts cross my mind. One, where did you learn that from? I mean, I know where you learned it from, but why did you accept it so easily? And two, why do you feel more reliant on us than the people in your own community? I think they think it's a compliment to say, black women will save us. Black women are the most powerful beings in the world. They're superhuman. And it's like, no, we are human just like you. We are not any more or less capable of getting things done than you are. It's just that you were taught that whatever you don't want to do, we will do it. And I don't like that. That's actually not cool. I'm not saying that you can't engage with us, but I am saying, like, what makes you think that we're superhuman and can solve problems that you can't solve yourself? It's like, do you ever stop to consider that maybe we don't want to help you? If we say no, if we say we actually don't want to, or we don't have the emotional bandwidth, or we just frankly don't give a shit, then we're the bad guys and people call us everything but a child of God. Have you ever considered the fact that we are basically forced to overperform, because if we don't overperform, we'll be seen as lazy or bitchy or inconsiderate or selfish? This shows up in a lot of different areas of life. If you think about how many black women feel the need to over excel in academics and in the workplace, and a lot of times they don't really get recognition for that, it's because we're expected to do like twice the amount of work for just basic human recognition. The most frustrating thing about it as a black woman, though, is that I genuinely do like helping people. I like being kind to people, but I often have to question, like, do I genuinely like helping people? Do I like being kind to people, or was I just conditioned to be that way? Because as a black woman, if I act human, if I have bad days, if I say I don't want to help you, I'll be painted as a villain. I don't particularly like feeling that way, that a trait that I have, ambition, kindness, empathy, that these are things that are just kind of not really appreciated in me as a person because they're expected of me as a black woman. Like, yeah, of course this black woman is going to work like more than she should. She's black. That's what black women do. Unless they don't, then they're lazy welfare queens.
So I was yesterday years old. Be gracious with me if this is something that you always knew. I'm just now discovering this, so all these thoughts are running through my head. But it's definitely given like, oh, find you a black woman. She'll definitely bring my child back to safety and nurture them, even though it's not their responsibility, and even though they're expected to be superwoman and get none of the credits of being superwoman, still find one. I don't know. It's not giving complimentary. The more I think about it. Now, I will say, like, when my phone got stolen last year, the only police officer who truly cared to go the extra mile to do their job was a black woman.
Guys, before we continue, I want to remind you that the first video we watched was a video made by an Indian guy last year. A lot of people reacted to it, but on this trend you see a lot of stories that is still happening. Recent stories of white women telling their children to find black women anytime they lost, they should find black women. So I believe that this is something that a lot of people have spread among themselves, and it has become a thing in the world that if you are in trouble as a non-black kid, you should look for a black woman. I would love to help any child that come my way, any child that I see that is missing or missing his or her way. However, I feel like this stereotype is a bit harmful, and the craziest thing is that a lot of all these people who are saying find black women when you are in trouble actually hate black women, actually see black women as bad people, as loud people, as non-feminine, as anything but women. So if you see group of women as people who are not women, so why should you send your children or your precious child to that person that you consider loud? And there's one I watched on TikTok. I think I have played it for you guys. I watched it last week. This one happened last week. A waitress, a black waitress, pick up a child that was lost and was serving because she was serving before she met the child, and she picked the child up and continued serving with the child while looking for the parents of the child. And the parent did not even stand up. She had to bring the child, like carry the child, like she was holding the child and also holding the drink that she was serving. And after serving the drink to the table that she brought the drink for, she took the child to her parents, and mother of the child was just there filming her and all that. The video went viral on social media. I love the video. I love the video, but I'm not the kind of person to comment. I read a lot of comments. A lot of comments there were like almost positive. Even white and Asian, any all race of women were there praising black women, talking about how black women are very nurturing in nature. But again, the same women that say that black women are so very nurturing in nature will still insult black women, put black women down any chance they got, right? This is reason why I don't feel okay, because if you feel that we are nurturing in nature and you can entrust your child with us, why not treat us better? Why not treat us well? Why not take us as you take yourself? Why do you feel like you're more superior to us when it comes to femininity?
White people, stop telling your children, go find a black woman if they get lost. Hell no, we're not doing this in 2025. Whether you are conscious of it or not, what you are doing is putting our black women in grave danger. And hell no, we're not doing that. Because little Sarah or little Timmy will go running up to some random black woman and she doesn't know what's going on, grab hold of her, and you being frantic looking for your child, who you should have kept better supervised, you would turn a corner and see your child with a black woman and want to call the police. And that could end up having our black women be arrested, separated from their families, and God forbid, even unalived. Hell no.
Do you see what I mean, right? You view black women as aggressive, loud, anything bad, and then you turn around to tell your child to go and look for black women if they lost. At the same time, the child take your advice and look for black woman, and you went there with security and asking the black person you say that your child should go and meet anytime they are lost. Why are you touching my child? I feel like the world need to declutter racism and declutter whatever they build in their head about black people, especially black women. I feel like black women, we are the most hated. I feel like the world need to declutter that first before you should send your child to a black woman. I also believe in what other girl, the other person that said it is a very bad advice. I feel like if your child is missing, the person they should go to, if they are in a place where they have security, they should find security first. They should go and find the mall security. They should go and find the park yeah, the security of they should look for security instead of looking for a total stranger, because you don't honestly know what people are thinking, whether they are some psychopath or something like that. I feel like it's not safe for the child. But personally, if I see any child that is lost or is doing anything that may harm him or her, I will save the child. Honestly, I will save, not because of anything, but because I love children.